As a woman in high-ticket sales, how do you sell better than 99% of everyone else? Women, men, whomever. How do you sell better than everyone else in your industry? How do you sell those premium coaching offers better than anyone else in your niche? Hello, beautiful, and welcome to High-Ticket Sales for Women in the Prosperous Womb. As women in high-ticket sales, we don't sell, they buy. We don't sell. Premium coaching clients invest. How does that work? To sell better than 99% of other people, women, men, whoever in the coaching industry, when you're selling high-ticket coaching offers, premium coaching offers at 100K to 150K, 500K, it's not about more tactics. It's not about more strategies, more sales scripts, or showing up more with more content on social media. It's not even about being on social media. Many of us are not on social media. It's about who we're being when we're selling. But it's more than that. It's more than that. Most women, they focus on being liked, on being polished, on wearing that suit, on looking professional, or having the hair, the makeup, whatever it is, and they think, oh gosh, this is going to get me over the hump, because when they see me, they see how professional I am, they see my certifications, they see my degrees, they see my experience, they see how many people have had 10K months, they see how many people have lost weight, they see all my testimonials. Then they're going to say, she's that 1%, she's the leader, she's the authority in the space. You don't become the leader, the authority, or the expert in the space because of your testimonials, certifications, or degrees, or whatever it is that you've done. When you know who your Ephesians 2:10 clients are, and as a spiritual woman coach, a Christian woman coach, whatever kind of coach you call yourself, when you partner with God, Jesus Christ, and the Holy Spirit, you have clarity, precision, trust, and conviction. Not just in the offer, not just in the outcome, not just in what you say and how you channel God through you, but basically in the outcome that you co-create with your clients, and you know who the client is. Oh gosh. 99% of women who are trying to be the 1% do not know who the right client is. They're still selling to 5 clients behind them and 10 clients ahead of them. They're not selling to their client because, one, the offer is bloated. Let's start with the offer. Okay, we're going to go down the whole train here. Let's start with the offer. The offer, you midwife your gifts. The gifts that only you have access to, because God didn't give those gifts to your client, to your coach. God didn't give the gifts to the guru on Instagram telling you what to do or telling you how to do it. God gave the gifts to you. So you midwife them because only you know the gifts and only you have access to them. Nobody else does. You midwife them, co-create this offer and position it as a high-ticket coaching offer or premium coaching offer for your premium coaching clients. Now, is that offer bloated? How many bonuses are in there? Strip it out. How many objections are in there? Strip it out. How many of your limitations and beliefs and judgments are in the offer? Strip it out. Strip it out to the core offer, the thing that God has for them. Give them the baby, the husband, the house, the job, the 100K months, nothing else. Just give them what God has for them. Okay, the thing that you're co-creating together, exponential result. Give them the premium coaching offer, not the economy class, not the business class. Give them the premium experience that they want, so that when they see, they will know it, and you don't have to convince them, make them buy, or persuade them. They raise their hands and invite themselves into a conversation with you. They invite themselves into a DM with you. They invite themselves into an offer because they buy. They invest. You don't sell. What you did was show up and serve, was show up and expose what God has for them, was show up and show the mirror to the thing that God has put in their hearts, was show up and support them to remember who God says they are, was show up and create a remembrance in their body of the desire that God put in their heart, so they feel that thing that they felt again. I know I can do this. So that you activate the Ruth, the Caleb, the Joshua, so they say, oh my gosh, I can go and take the land. Where's Teresa being on my life? Where's Jessica being on my life? Where's Minnie being on my life? Because everybody else is saying the same thing and trying to tell me I have a pain point. No. 99% of women sell with a pain point. You be the 1% that doesn't. That's how you be the 1%, okay? So here's the thing. Women who are the top of their game, who believe in themselves, who remember who they are, who know that God is the one doing the work through them and God gets all the glory, not them, that the God in them, the hope of glory, is doing the work, is activating them, is activating their confidence, their clarity, their precision, and their trust. They show up with that thing for that one person. They don't care about what anybody else is saying about them. They serve that one person deeply, and that one person sees them, one human being, one offer, sees them, and invites herself into the conversation. This is the thing. There's certainty, there's conviction in the way they show up, there's conviction in the way they price. They don't underprice. There's conviction in the way they message. They say the thing and they don't care who hates them, who doesn't like them. They do the thing they're here to do, and they don't shrink themselves to fit anybody's expectations or to fit themselves into somebody else's skinny white jeans. They show up and be who God says they are. They don't outsource their authority. I think one of the biggest distractions in our lives is asking questions that don't serve us or our businesses. You know, we ask the questions that support us to feel good about ourselves emotionally, that support us to feel confident in our flesh, not the questions that support us to step out in faith and be who God says we are. So we outsource our authority to a sales script. We outsource our authority to a mastermind, because then we have that safety in numbers. And then when somebody gets a breakthrough, we go in the hot seat moment, we go, yes, oh my God, I completely identify with that. Oh God, I love being in this group. No, we outsource our identity to being in a group. We outsource our belonging that God already said we belong, and so we go pay to belong somewhere else. You already belong. You're the world. You're already valuable. So 1% of the women already know that, and those are the ones who sell the $1 million without batting an eyelash. Those are the ones that don't say, "Will anybody buy this?" They go, they serve the thing, and the client says, "How can I work with you?" And they're not surprised that somebody came to ask them how to work with them, because they stepped out in faith to do the thing. You flip the light switch, the light comes on, you just, oh my God, somebody actually did that. That's why they don't sell with testimonials either, because of course you're supposed to do the thing that you say you're going to do. You're going to get the results. God is not a man that he should lie. Okay? So don't outsource your authority. Your authority is in your prosperous womb. Everything is in your womb. Don't hide behind certifications, frameworks, strategies, systems, 50K coaches. So I work with this guru coach. I work with that guru coach, and he's made $1 million. He makes $1 million a minute. So therefore, you should work with me, because I work with him too. They want to lose weight. What is that? What does your money have to do with them losing their weight, or getting married, or having the baby, or balancing their hormones? Okay? What does money have to do with that? How much money you've ever made have to do with that? The 1% of women don't talk about how much money they make. They speak directly to the outcome. They speak directly to the amount of the energy that's going to be put into this thing. So the client comes in knowing that they're going to expend energy, they're going to expend money, they're going to expend time, and they're willing and committed to doing it, because this baby, this husband, this relationship, this marriage, this better sleep, this being a better leader as a CEO is the most important thing to her. This new job is the most important thing to her. So it's important to her. It's the most useful thing to her right now. It's the most valuable thing to her right now. It's the thing she cares about the most right now. And in your messaging, you are talking to that. You are talking to the thing she cares about the most, the outcome she wants the most, the thing she's dreamed about, the thing that every other coach told her was a pain point, that she's going to have to overcome that pain point and take it off the pedestal. The thing that she forgot she could do right now, because the doctor said, oh my God, you can't have that baby because you're 50 years old now, so there's no way you can have the baby. The thing that they said, you can't cure that breast cancer because your hormones can never be balanced. No, that thing you're speaking to right now is the thing that God put in her heart. It creates a remembrance inside of her. It activates the Caleb. It activates the Joshua. It activates the Ruth. You know, I talk about activating the Joshua and the Ruth. It's the remembrance you create in your clients with your messaging. Every time people say to me, when I talk, people say, oh my God, I totally get you. That's why I'm here. That's why I want to have this conversation with you. You're not creating new desire in them. It's not strange. It's not some shocking thing. When you talk to the thing that God already put in my heart, it creates a remembrance. When you talk about it, it makes me remember that I want to do this thing. It allows me to know that I can do the thing. And it supports me to know that you're the one I get to partner with to do the thing. So in a room of 5,000 coaches, all I see is you. Because you're the only one speaking to my heart. You're not telling me about the pain, about the challenges. People know about the pain. People know the divorce. Woman going through the divorce knows the pain. She knows what her kids are going through. She knows what her daughter is doing. She knows the tears her kids are shedding. She knows how she feels. Forget the damn pain and tell me about what happens when I remember who God says I am. When I step out of this crap, when the divorce starts to feel like cashmere on my nervous system, talk to me about that, not the damn pain. So when we sell to the pain, we're in a box of 99% of the other people. But when you don't speak about the pain, when you challenge the way she sees the thing, when you challenge the way she sees the divorce, when you challenge the way she sees that thing that she thinks is the worst thing in her life, when she sees for the first time and has whatever, it transforms her mind, her inside, and she sees this thing is the best thing that's happening to me. This is the ticket to everything good that God has given in my life. It's not as bad as I thought it was. When she realizes that she doesn't need to lose the weight for her husband to love her, when she realizes that when she loves herself, her husband can love her, when she realizes that she's not trying to fit into a skinny white jean, she's trying for her husband to look at her the way he did on her wedding night. When she realizes and sees for the first time that new insight, that's what's supposed to say, I am Caleb and I can take the land. Not when you talk to her about how bad her life is and the pain. 99% of women sell that way. Premium coaching clients buy because you speak directly to them. Your language, it matches the walk they're walking. It matches the talk they're talking. It matches that premium seat they want on Lufthansa. It matches that first flight on Lufthansa to Cape Town. It doesn't match economy. When you tell them how cramped economy is and how bad economy is and how business class is not big enough, and then you sell the premium, no, just tell them about premium, about the robe, about the soap, about the warm towel, about the food, about the champagne. Just tell them the thing already. And get them to Cape Town already. So that is what they want. Even when it feels uncomfortable, when you're willing to sit in the discomfort and not try to be liked. 99% of women are trying to be liked when they sell a high-ticket coaching offer. Are you trying to be liked? You do 99%. When you don't give a damn about what people say about you, when you don't care about what people say about your pricing, when they say, how the hell is she charging $1 million? How could she even charge $1 million to work with? Because you're a child of the Most High God. That's why. Because you believe God and you take him at his word. That's why. And because you partner with the Holy Spirit and you listen and spend time and put God at the center and allow the Holy Spirit to do the work through you so you don't take credit for it and walk around with your testimonies and say, look what I've done. But when you say, look what Christ is doing in the world and look what God is doing for his kingdom through me, that is when you step out in faith and do the thing that you're here to do in the world. And that is how you become the 1%. You price from conviction, not from comparison. How many times do women say, do you think 100K is too much? People say to me when we're working together, they don't ask me that anymore because they watch my videos, obviously, but they will say to each other, you think 100K is too much? How is your pricing subjective? That is fraud. Calculate the future lifetime value. And yeah, I know that as a CPA, it's easy for me to calculate that, which is why I can work with my clients and do that. Calculate the future lifetime value. Whether they're quitting smoking, losing 100 pounds, what is the future lifetime value for that in the next 5 years, 10 years, and 15 and 20 years? Talk about that. Price it at that so that when they see, they know what they're stepping into. They know what's going to happen. They know the expansion that's going to happen, and they come in with full accountability, 100% accountability, and 100% responsibility for that expansion. It's not you. Create boundaries with your price. Create boundaries with your messaging. Allow people to hate you. Allow yourself to sit in the discomfort of not knowing the how. Allow yourself to be in the discomfort of stepping out in faith and not by sight. That is the 1%. Nobody's going to ask you if it's too much. Nobody's ever asked me if my pricing is too much. No client has ever come in and said, they say, I knew exactly how much it was going to be to work with you. Well, obviously, it's on my website. I don't hire the investment to work with me. I don't play musical chairs with it. You show up, so they show up and buy because they already know. When they come to the sales conversation with you, it's not a make them buy, persuade them. If you're overcoming objections, you're playing way below who God says you are. They already know what they want. So you're not persuading anybody to do anything. If you want to eat rice and I'm giving you bananas, I'm going to have to convince you, make you buy the banana, tell you it's good for you, tell you why banana is good for you, explain banana, educate you about banana. But if I give you the rice, you know rice, I know rice is the level at which you are, let's go. This is going to take you to the next level, let's go. So when we don't give people what they want, then we're sleazy. And when I say give them what they want, you're the professional, you're the coach, you're the expert, you're the authority, obviously in your own head, in your mind, in your body, whatever. You're the leader, right? So you know the outcome that is best for your clients. Even because when they come in, they think they want a faster horse. You know what they have is a premium jet. But give them the premium jet wrapped in a faster horse so that they get the most exponential outcome, and the investment to work with you becomes a drop in the bucket because they think I'm getting a faster horse, and they start expanding and seeing that vision in their sales conversation, and they think, oh my God, it's just $100,000 to, that's it, $100,000. You know you kind of undercharging even though you're a pricing coach. Yeah, I know. So you need to be the person who creates the shift in yourself, because the yes comes from not you forcing, convincing, persuading. It comes from them recognizing themselves in the outcome, them recognizing that this feels different. This feels like cashmere on my nervous system. This feels like the experience I've been waiting for. This feels like the room that matches who I am now, not where I was 5 years ago. This feels like the room that matches where we're going, that rocket ship. It doesn't feel, so I give you the rocket ship, but you have to propel it. You have to be the one running it. Okay? I don't do the work for you. The 1% of people who sell don't do the work for their clients. So when your clients know the boundaries before they come in, when they know who they are before they come in, when they're self-led before they come in, when you're not trying to motivate them or trying to inspire them. I don't need to inspire you to lose the 100 pounds you say you want to lose. I don't need to inspire you to marry, to have the marriage you say you want. I don't need to inspire you to quit your job and get the job that you want. I don't need to inspire you to make $1 million a month if that's what you want to make. Why should I be inspiring you? You're a child of God. The same God in me is the same God in you. I'm not here to help you. I'm here to co-create with you. I'm here to partner with you. I'm not your friend. I'm not your friend. Your best friend can do that with you. Your mother can do that. I'm a coach. I'm not your friend. So that's how we do it, okay? And when you can just be curious and explore and stay unattached to the outcome, stay unattached to the no's, and stay unattached to the people who say no to themselves and don't make it anything about you. You say no to yourself to have the baby. How is that anything to do with me? Don't make it about you. It's data. That way you know, okay, so my people always come to me. When you start to overcome objections, that's data. I don't need to be selling to these people. What is my messaging saying? How am I attracting this? When I go to my coach and say, this is happening, she goes, how did you create this, Mimi? Like, how are you creating this breakdown? And what breakthrough do you think is coming out of it? Tell me more about it. So with my clients, I don't support them to sit there in their victimhood and say they can't do this, they can't do that. If you can't do it, then work with a coach who's at the level that you are, or at least 5 levels higher than where you are right now. But don't force yourself to do the thing that God hasn't called you to do yet, because there's a difference between drinking milk and being mature in the thing that you're here to do. There are different levels, different price points. I have offers that are $250. My playbook is $250, the Money Mindset Playbook or the Premium Profits Playbook. And I also have $1 million offers and 250K offers. And so a 1% woman, the woman who sells a 1%, or who's not part of the 99%, does not sell at the bottom. What do I mean by that? She sells from premium. So don't assume that it's easier to sell a 10K offer than it is to sell your 250K offer. So women who sell at the 1% level, women in high ticket sales who sell at the 1% level, they sell the $1 million offer or the 50K offer or the 75K offer or the 150K offer and allow people to come in at the premium level. And the people that come in at the 75K offer usually go higher. People that come in at a $250 offer go up, but you start at premium and let everybody else sell in that gap. It's crowded between the 0 to the 99. It's crowded. And that is why people have to convince, persuade, and make them buy and read all the sales books. But when you sell at that 1% level, where you're selling your highest level offer and not selling thinking that you have to bottom down for people to come into your world, then you can sell anything you want to anyone you want to, because they buy, you don't sell. So it's not pushing harder. It's not the better script, the better strategy. It's not who has the better video, who has the better sounding voice. It's not who's more feminine and wears the more flowing clothes. It's not who wears all black and is less colorful. It's not who's professional and who's proper. It's not who speaks proper English or has no accent or is black or is white. It's literally, are you allowing God through you to do the thing that God is here to do? And are you open to being the vessel so that your nervous system feels like cashmere when you're selling? Your nervous system feels like cashmere when you're pricing. It's the full lifetime value, so that your nervous system stays regulated. Because it's one thing to have faith and to walk in faith and all these things, and then when stuff hits the fan and you have to say the investment to work with you is $500,000, or you get to put the message out, or you get to talk to a client, or you get to do something else in your business, and all of a sudden you start to sweat in your armpits and you think, oh gosh, and you confuse the butterflies with fear. It's because your nervous system is not like cashmere yet. It doesn't feel like cashmere in your nervous system. So practice, do what you need to do, have the conversations, speak to real people, not people. Don't ask people with investment to work with you. It's okay. Don't ask people who are not your clients questions. Don't go on Facebook and ask questions of random people. Speak to your people. When you simply be who you are and show up as you in the places where you show up for your people will find you. They'll recognize themselves in the offer and they will come to you. And that is how the 1% sell. It's not because you're special, more educated, more powerful, more beautiful, or made 7 figures last month. Your clients don't care how much money you made, even if they come to you to make money. They don't care how much money you made. Selling is a natural extension of being a leader. And being a leader is who God says you are. Already valuable, already worthy, already belonging. There's nothing to perform. Show up with the thing that God gave access to you. God gave you, that only you have access to. Pull it out, give it, and the person who wants it will come and get it. You don't sell, you serve deeper, and they buy. Let me know how this lands for you.